This is Captain Reese, a pirate legend upon the Sea of Thieves. There's three things that motivate this buccaneer: adventure, gold, and commendations. Whether it be solo aboard the SS Isabella, or with friends on Goldmember, or some other vessel, adventure awaits you salty sea dogs! So come join Captain Reese, First Mate Machiko, crew member Todd, and Navigator Kenobi as they batten down the hatches, raise anchor, lower sail, and begin the hunt upon the Sea of Thieves. This is the Commendation Hunter. Ahoy there, peanut butter pirates! Welcome back to another episode of the Commendation Hunter. Today's commendations not only clear out another section of the bilge rats, but also means we don't have to seek out skeleton lords anymore. Woohoo! I would be aiming for a tied to the wheel for defeating the Mutinous Helmsman 25 times, and a noble defeat for defeating the Duchess 25 times. The final skeleton lord commendations. Starting off from Ancient Spire Outpost, I voted for my quest, grabbed First Mate Machiko, and dove beneath the waves. Emerging at our destination, Thieves Haven, I'd be starting with the Duchess. Reaching the area she was haunting, I was greeted by plant skellies. Next up were normal skellies, but luckily one had a keg. The next wave was shadow skellies, which I had to stun with my lantern. It was back to normal skellies for the next wave with double the kegs. Another wave of normal skellies, but no kegs this time. The Planty Boys then arose from the ground. Making their first appearance of the day, next was the Golden Girls. Shadow skellies finally made a return next. Still waiting, Planty Boys came up for more. Then, finally, the Duchess revealed herself, along with her legion of shadow skellies. I lured them back to the SS Isabella, took care of the skellies, and then used the biggest gun I had. While eventually she started walking away, I lured her back in, and using my Eye of Reach, first commendation in the bag. After harpooning the loot, I dove off ship and found an adorned receptacle in the sand. Sailing over to nearby Plunder Outpost, it was time for some gold. See how delayed that was? A theme of this session. With the Duchess dealt with, that only left the Mutinous Helmsman. Emerging from the waves at our next destination, Mermaid's Hideaway, this one was near the top. I was greeted by shadow skellies, and the sun being out really helped out with them. The Golden Girls were the next two waves, so I used a nearby keg after they depleted my fire bombs. Normal skellies were a nice change next. They were followed up by the Planty Boys. Normal skellies returned next. Planty Boys returned also. Normal skellies wanted to fight some more. Shadow skellies were only fitting since the sun went down. Then the big lad himself emerged, flanked by his shadow skeletons. Using fire worked on the shadow skellies once they were shown the light. However, the most annoying thing in this fight was all the other skellies this guy would spawn had guns, and NPCs use aimbot. Eventually though, I got the hang of it. While moving the loot into harpoon position, I found a rag and bone crate going to the spoils of Plenty store. Getting it all aboard, I sailed over to Port Merrick to sell my Order of Souls loot. Then, while I'm sailing, the game starts doing this. I was level 88 Order of Souls at the time, but this was also not the first time I've seen this happen in my game. The drum sound each time it would go around was annoying. Arriving at the sea post, I handed in the rag and bone crate. While I was looking for the right voyage, it started for the Merchant Alliance. I finally got my voyage and dove. The SS Isabella rose from beneath the waves at our destination, Shipwreck Bay. Parking the ship, I could see skellies on the beach, and I attempted to use my cannon on them, and with the Eye of Reach, got through the first wave. Eventually, I couldn't see the skellies, so I went ashore and started with the Planty Boys. Normal skellies were the next two waves. Planty Boys wanted to fight some more. Shadow skellies spawned back to back, but daytime was to my advantage. The Golden Girls made their first appearance of this voyage. Flanked by the Golden Girls, the Skeleton Lord emerged. I used the water to keep my distance from the skeletons, and eventually, right next to Grog-soaked Ed, only one more to go. The loot at a nearby stool gathered, I also went and destroyed a mermaid statue, giving me an emerald mermaid gem. Sailing towards nearby Daggertooth Outpost, I went to look at the map. Oh, rare. As I was blasting away, Yep, wouldn't be a sail without being rared. Eventually, I got enough hits on the skeleton ship to see it go beneath the waves and got me grade 4 of Legend of the Sea of Thieves. Also, apparently, I was on the edge of the Meg's boundary because he kept circling me but never attacked. And sure enough... Another grade 4 Commendation, let's go! Gathering the loot from the Skelly ship and the Meg, I completed my Celts of Daggertooth outpost for some well-earned gold. After a little searching, I finally got my final voyage and dove below the sea. Surfacing at our destination, Marauder's Arch, I found the skellies on the beach. However, after some went a little further away, I went on shore to finish them. Next up was normal skellies. Following them was the plant boys. Shadow skellies followed them. Normal skellies returned for 2 waves. Then it was the golden girls. When the boss spawned, I attempted to use one of the kegs on him. Well, at least I got a clean hit with one. Returning from the ferry, I would not be denied my commendation. And another grade 4 as well, let's go! Sailing over to Galleon's grave, it was time for the last bit of gold today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. Share the video with your friends. The 11th section of the Village Rat's complete and no more skeleton lords. It's a win-win. I'm going to be doing an ancient coin giveaway at some point this month over on my Twitch channel. Make sure you give me a follow over there as well so you don't miss out. Thank you all so much as always, and until next time, my friends, this is the Commendation Hunter, signing off.